A brand new Robert De Niro mob film based on true events, and almost nobody is talking about it. I was quite surprised by that before seeing the film, but then I saw the film and then I was not surprised anymore because the film's not that great. De Niro himself is good and reliable in the film. He's never going to turn in a bad performance in, well, most any film that he's in. And these kind of films are his bread and butter, and it just fits him like a glove. He commits, and he is good. He generally gives two good performances in the dual role, which, by the way, is the third film in the past month and a half with the main actor in a dual role, and we've got another one coming up in a month or so. The year of dual roles, 2025. You see, the story this film is telling, with Frank Costello, Vito Genovese, their childhood friendship, and what it's led to now with the mafia, organized crime, and ultimately the exposure of the mafia in America. It's an interesting story. I just don't think the film told it all that well. And the ultimate problem with the Alto Nights is that we've been here before. It's mob movie territory that we've been in 100 times over. It doesn't stand out in the genre, and as a film in general, it just doesn't really stand out. In front of the camera and behind the camera, there just doesn't feel like there's anything really going on. It's a strangely flat and tepid film that just doesn't have a spark. It doesn't have a punch to it. The first 20 minutes or so, I was like, okay, this is kind of interesting. I'm into it a little bit. But the more it went on, the less interesting it became. And about halfway through, there's this legal battle, this courtroom thing with Vito and his wife. And I was just like, any interest I had in this story, it just hit a brick wall because this is just, it felt a bit cartoony sometimes with Vito Genovese's character. And there's another scene later on with all the heads of the mob families and like, come on, what are you doing, Johnny? And it's just, you know what I mean? Mob movie 101. It's so weird for a mob film starring Robert De Niro based on true events. There's not much to say about it. Pretty much all the mob movie tropes and conventions are here and present, and the story just isn't executed strong enough to overcome those tropes and conventions. And given that it's Robert De Niro in a dual role and it's directed by Barry Levinson, director of Rain Man and Good Morning Vietnam, two great, extraordinary films, it's like, why was this film not great? I was more entertained watching the Avengers Doomsday cast reveal. Well, maybe not entirely, but you get the point.